Hey everyone, happy Friday. I feel like I'm gonna jump into like a couple games today because I realized that I haven't really like done too much competitive Netrunner play, I feel like, for a while. So that's kind of the plan today. Also, like, I realized that I don't actually have to stream on like Fridays anymore because like my schedule used to be like fit Fridays really well. But now I can like do whenever. So I know that a lot of people watch the VOD. And if you're watching the VOD right now, whenever you're watching the VOD, and you are like, hey, like I can catch you live if you do like a different day or a different time. Like I can probably accommodate that because I'm like pretty flexible at the moment. Um, but yeah, let me know if you're watching the VOD and you're interested in potentially different time. Although I do know that like because I know that like Andre streams on Thursdays and like I think Tuesdays and Wednesdays somebody streams as well. So like I wouldn't want to stream at the same time somebody else streams, which is why like Friday worked well at the start. So, anyways, I know that a lot of people have been playing. Like I've seen like Argus being thrown around, and shoutouts to Aaron who has this awesome write up. Whenever there's a long write up, it's usually pretty good. Um, so yeah, I thought I might like jam some Argus, although I do think that like the other versions of Wayland Rush might be better, but I guess I won't know until I try. For those of you who might recall, I played like a built to last rush, and also a like the outfit where you kind of have like a bit more of a kill package. I do want to explain it first though. Uh, like there's like parts of this list that I'm gonna edit. Like I'm not gonna just take this and play it. Um, so I think the first one is uh, we can actually like port gatekeepers, and that can be our use of influence. So instead of archive mem and instead of funhouse, instead of one of the funhouses, we can play two copies of gatekeeper, and then we can play like an IP block to round out the influence, and we can cut a Veritas. So like I think cutting a Veritas for an IP block is just straight better in this list. Um, just because yeah, IP block is better than Veritas. Uh, and then we can cut the standoff and cut one archer. Like I'm not sure about this. Like the king, who might join us later, was telling me that like you need to have a lot of archers because runners are really good and you need to have a big ice. Um, which kind of just makes me feel like this is just not it. If that's the case, I do think that the deck should have two copies of Audacity though, so that's where like that deck slot is going to. So I already made it, so I'll just show y'all before we jump in. So we're keeping the two bailiffs. We're playing a third border control, two funhouse, two gatekeeper, three mausolus, one archer, one veritas. Um, yeah, like I don't know. Veritas used to be good. Used to be good. Like back in like 2019 nationals when I played Argus, like I had I think two copies of Veritas in my list. But like now that runner economy is just so much better, that's what made this card bad. Like I think this card was once good. Um, so yeah, second copy of Audacity, and that's pretty much it. This list is on 15 ice. I think 14 is like a little low to be honest. Um, yeah, and then honestly, like I usually don't play Argus with an archer, but we'll try it. I doubt I'll res this, but I'll play like one or two games of this, and then I think I'm gonna switch over to the build to last, and then we can like kind of test out how the build to last feels. So yeah, that's the plan today. Also, I might play some Big Macs. I was playing Big Macs like earlier today. Um, so that's like a good deck to kind of just play around with, see how it works. But yeah. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to. What else we need to do? Turn on my deck list. open this. Yeah, and if things get in the way, I'll have to. We'll see. Okay, we got you, Sangren. Playing Tau. Okay, so we're trying to rush, but we want an Oak Town because otherwise, if we like try to jam out an Atlas, we're just gonna lose because we don't have money. This hand's kind of fine because we have like Econ Warfare, Consulting, Hard Hitting, I guess, and then Mausolus is a good ice. This is tough. Like we probably want an Econ thing somehow. But I'm gonna keep this. Like we're not gonna like jam turn one, which I think is like we want to do that. But if we go like draw a card and then like double ice, I think this is fine. Oh, okay, so that works. So then we'll just like play the Rashida. Is this the Shoe Argus? So it is kind of like I guess I gotta bring this up. It kind of is. I was talking about it at the start, and I basically like took that and I like made a couple edits to it. So I instead of the archive mem and instead of the third funhouse, we've got 2 gatekeepers, and then one of the Veritas becomes a IP block. And then I have a second Audacity instead of the standoff. Which I think the deck can very easily host 2 Audacities, and like you can you find them faster, but also you just you just can use 2. I think we like 2 installs and then put the Atlas in the remote. That seems backwards. I think we just rush this. And we just like get another ice on top. Probably the Mausolus. And then we just pitch the Bailiff. Trashing ice feels so wrong. Trashing Econ Warfare also feels wrong, but I think we do. Yeah. Let's see. We should get this, no problem. Draw, pad tap, creative. Okay, yeah. So, and I think with Argus, like, you don't have time to respond to pad tap. So I think we just... we probably put this in the remote and double advance. Because we don't want to discard. And I don't think he's going to run. So, I guess he might. But if he does, like, we have good follow-up, so it's fine. And the next turn we like advance, score, install, advance maybe. Unless he steals it, which is fine. So border control is an option. Let's give him a thinking. So this is in Golo, right? So we spend 2 and then 5. And then we break. Or... yeah, okay, so we probably just like res the Mausolus and see what he does. Phil, did you like my conspiracy contribution on your Facebook post? Oh, we've got Euler. Okay, that's fine. Can we break border control? Do we res border control? There's no paperclip, right? So like border control probably fires. Let's see. Price Act, they lose a card, they take a tag, they have to take a second tag, and then they just die. Yeah, they just die. So we don't need to res this. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything. I think if we res border control, it ends the run. But I also think if he continues here, he just dies. Unless he has a deuces. Because he steals the agenda now and has to take another tag. So he has to deuces to clear a tag and draw. That's the only way to live. So I guess like that's a risk we didn't have to take. But also it was a 50-50, right? We trashed pad tap to meat damage. So like if they kept, you know. But yeah, we just win because we have consult, right? Right. Okay. Okay. That was an odd first game. Although we have like 6 points in hand now. So like you really are just like you have to I guess that's what Argus is you're trying to make the runner make a mistake. It was tough after the Moss. It was a Malper when I started the reason. Oh, okay. Yeah, Malapert can be scary too, especially when I like double advance and put an upgrade. That does kind of look like a Malapert, but the reason I did it was because I didn't want to discard. Yeah, I can see that being a Malapert pattern. Yeah. Okay, we will exit that and we'll run that back. Give that another go. But like, I don't know if you can like tell what I'm saying, that you know that it feels like Argus is just kind of weak. It lost a lot of power, right? And like we're kind of trying to make it work. The only way that Argus is better now than it was before is that like we have more 3/2s. I think if I don't go aggro there, I'm not in any trouble. Yeah, we had like agendas in hand. But I guess like that's the game, right? Like you try to set up a little bit more, and then you let like one or two agendas go through, and then you try to like take everything else. If do you have Clot in your deck? Because I think like Clot probably helps especially like out of Shaper a lot. The increased 3/2s is maybe something, but I'm still pretty skeptical. Yeah, me too. Like exactly the same thing. I was like, maybe it's something, but I'm also pretty skeptical. This hand is we're against Los. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, Kisra. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what's good. Okay, so we draw here. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's pretty good. How much do we care about icing HQ? We could... how much do we care about icing HQ? Let's do that. We're not playing the hedge fund because we don't want to get doofed. We play the hedge fund, we go to 9, and then they like run and deal with the Veritas somehow, and then we go to 0. So we'd rather just not play the hedge fund. Acme Grinder? Acme Grinder? Are we grinding credits or are we grinding cards? So like there was really no reason to be playing aggressively on the first few turns. Yeah. Absolutely ruins deep dive. They can just steal your agendas normally. We're grinding credits. Okay. Run R&D, pad tap, tapworm, draw. Gatekeeper. I like Gatekeeper. Okay, so we'll just like set up Prisec here, I think. So go like Prisec server 1, Gatekeeper. Oh, actually, we could just like hard-hitting news. No, we're gonna be patient. Let's put a second ice on HQ. Oh, wait. We're gonna hedge fund first, and then I'll put a second ice on HQ. Yeah, I think that's okay. All the recursion, hide agendas, and archives get them data wards everywhere. Isn't like Thimbleweed position ice perfectly infinite biovaults? Yeah. Just play like the Acme that I played before, or the Asmari. I don't know. I think the Asmari is still a pretty good deck. I haven't played that in a while, but I imagine the Asmari is pretty good. The only problem is that it got weaker because of. Oh wait, I was gonna say it got weaker because of Mad Dash, but Mad Dash was already legal when we were playing that. Yeah, yeah. Like you have to have some kind of answer to deep dive, to like sit back and deep dive decks, and that's probably a good one. Looks like we're getting hard-hitting news here. Unfortunately, it looks like that is the case. So I think we'll like install server 1, advance, and then play news. And then next turn we like trash pad tap triple advance, or trash pad tap double advance. If they like, actually, well, yeah, it depends. We might like draw for the kill. It's so awkward for them installing a liberated without hitting it. So I'm also not sure Glacier Acme beats out Proco Rozeki Deep Dive. Proco Rozeki Deep Dive. Glacier Acme. I can see like end the run effects being an issue. Cause Glacier Acme is also on Chrysium grids, right? So if you're playing like Chrysium grid also stops deep dive. So you just put like a Chrysium grid on archives or something. Or like you put it behind ice and they have to try to like basically do the APOC dance with Chrysium grid, but you're doing it for deep dive. Oh, they have deuces, so that's pretty good for them. Do we win? Not quite. Not quite. I could draw for it, but it's probably not worth it to draw for it. So we just like... Honestly, we might just like too big to fail. Might like go like trash, too big to fail. Oh, and then that gives them like tapper money. So I'd rather not. Let's trash the pad tap. And then double advance. All right. Ysengrin and Ed, I'd love to hear the results of this fight. Rozeki Proco deep dive against Glacier Acme. Although, yeah, Ed, I'm not sure what version of Acme you've been on, because I'd be curious what you've been having success with, because Because like it sounds like you're on Biovaults. Did I have a version with Biovaults? Or on the what do you call them? The Anoetics. Because I think the versions with Biovaults we played out of Asmari. Okay, what have I missed? Credit, undo click, liberated. Oh. No problem. Okay. Hostels. Nice. Hostels a good draw. How aggressive are we playing? How aggressive are they playing? We can like advance advance score, install Atlas, install Mausolus. And then next time we go like too big to fail, advance Atlas, and try to like get an Atlas token. That seems okay. Or we could keep the agenda in hand. I kind of like installing it though. Actually no. Let's advance this again. Score. Put the Mausolus on server 1. Oh yeah, the one that Brandon played at Worlds. That's funny. We were like, I was just talking to him today about Worlds and how he played Acme, and I'm like, I don't remember that deck like at all. But I think it was just like the Asmari, but in Acme. And he just like he liked the Acme ability with like the better ice, whereas the rest of us kind of liked the money that we got out of Asmari. So like the Asmari was faster, but the late game setup of the Acme was better. Do we go for the hostile first? No, right? Is there a reason to? No, there's no reason to. No, yeah, there is actually. They get like a decent amount of money here. But I don't think we have time to deal with these. Like if we score Atlas with a counter or 2, we win. So it should be okay. I don't know if Built to Last would do better than this. Although I do think like the outfit can put up a pretty good fight. Just because the ice is a bit scarier. I don't have to like double ice everything because I can like put a bulwark on HQ and be happy with it. A flip switch, a consulting visit's very good. Let's install double advance. Yeah. 4, 8, 9, 10. But we have too big to fail, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Install double advance. They run HQ with a doof, maybe. We either, worst case scenario, we let it go because they boomerang the gatekeeper. So then we're at 6 credits, which is enough to res one of the 4 cost dice and trigger the prize deck. Inside job is fine. Yeah, so we'll just double res. They can jack out here if they want, or the border control will gain me 2, which will matter, because if they want to follow this up with an HQ run. Are they? I don't know. Maybe they think I'm gonna fire. Wonder if they're thinking. Oh, okay. They get a pad tap dollar too. Draw. Okay, so third too big to fail. So we just like win now, right? Because they have to doof us forever. So we'll just get 2 counters and be okay with it. Okay. Ooh, I know that. Oh wait, did I already talk about this last week? That we were talking about having Canadian nationals in Vancouver. If that happens, that'd be cool. Draw. I'm a cool runner, R&D. Yeah, this should be. It should be GG. They have to like doof us 3 turns in a row, and or actually no, because they doof and then we play like too big to fail, and that's like not good, right? Okay, so pick up that. Pick up Audacity. All right. Not bad. Not bad. The Veritas is not good, as we all, I guess, as we all know. We drew a lot of too big to fails. I think ignoring the pad taps and like the tapworms more debatable, but I think like ignoring pad tap is the right thing to do. Oh, I just realized they have more than 45 cards in their deck, because there's 45 cards left in the deck. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So what is that? That's 60? 60. 60 is a lot of cards. Okay. I think so those are quick, so we might like go try that again. I'm gonna pop into this and see what's going on. We've got BioVault, Hansi Review. Love Hansi Review. Thimble Rigs are in here somewhere. Ooh. So, okay, yeah, maybe early steel hurt. Yeah. They always do. Yusangrin, maybe we'll chat after your game. But I have a like a very so far like a Cabo list that is the exact same to what I'm seeing from you right now. So I'd be curious to chat about that. That is something that I was like considering playing. But yeah, I'll let you guys finish up first. This is just Doom Rats. Okay, I think my list is very similar to Doom Rats. I think if I remember correctly, I have a Polop in here, and I think Doomrat isn't on Revolver. I don't remember totally. Also, I think Panto is was not in here as well. I think my list is very close to it as well. But this is a list that I have been meaning to play, and I haven't gotten around to playing it. But I think this is quite good. And I really like just the inclusion of Clot in runners right now, because I think like a lot of corps are trying to fast advance in some way, and Clot can deal with that. Yeah, I like playing shapers where you kind of respond to what the corp does, and you have like a closer in the form of deep dive, so you kind of respond to what the corp does for most of the game, and then do your thing at the end. Okay, let's run Argus one more time, because this is decent. But I think like against Like, I don't know if this will hold up, but it's decent, you know? Yeah, I mean, now that I see you playing the cabo, I might play the cabo instead of whatever else I was gonna do. Um, like I was gonna like maybe look at some more corpse or play Big Macs, but the cabo's something I do want to try. Yeah, I don't remember if I played this at all. Actually, I can look that up. Oh, I did. It's 1-1, or I might have copied it in from another list, so it might be 1-1 from a previous list. Yeah, it looks like it's in here. I like this. Like the list looks like really nicely teched out. Um, yeah. Okay. We've got a Hoshiko. Okay, so we've got like a good variety of like we literally played a Shaper, a Crim, and now an Anarch. So this is interesting. Uh, this hand isn't great. There's money, probably too much money, and nothing that we're doing with it. So we're gonna throw it back. This hand is better. We still might just score a hostile turn one. I don't know. Ice take a credit is like pretty mean against Hoshiko. But then, yeah, like we might go like Mausol's HQ, Funhouse R&D, take a credit. And then we'll like start scoring the hostiles after just to like prevent a Hoshiko trigger. Because if we like score hostile and they go Laundry Central, like it can be still awkward for them. But if they go like Laundry Central, take 3 credits, it's like a decent start for Hoshiko. Or like Laundry Central, take 2 credits, install Rizeki. So, ooh, Rashida's fine. We can like wait on Rashida, honestly. So, yeah, I'm just gonna bank on drawing another ice. This might be wrong. Like it might just be like install double events and score hostile. Oh, okay. So that's good. This is good. This is quite good for us. Lost the orchestra, that's fine. They can access whatever here. If they steal a hostile, that's actually like pretty awkward for them. So I almost want that to happen. Just because we have 2. They have the deuces as well, so that's pretty good. And they got the pad tap and they end the turn at 8. That's a pretty strong start still by them. Yeah, we might trash the pad tap this game. Blueberry Diesel for 2 influence? Interesting. We're playing Blueberry Diesel instead of normal Diesel, or we're playing Blueberry Diesel in addition to normal Diesel. Very interesting. Okay, so we have a hedge fund now, so now we like definitely trash the pad tap, and we probably don't score the other hostile, honestly. So, oh, I also don't want to play the hedge fund. Okay, let's draw. Border control is good. Yeah. This is fine. This better have all the diesels. Yeah, right? What's up, Kyle? We took Blueberry Diesel. This better have all the diesels. Yeah. We're running archives for a leech counter, but no flip. We're running HQ and we're breaking? That's why we ran archives? Okay. That's fine. Are we breaking all? This seems odd. This seems very odd, because they don't have a ton of money. We are breaking all. And I'm about to fire Rashida here. This seems very bad. That's actually good that they stole that for me. Okay, so we need like a hard hitting here. And we should be doing very good. They have 4 credits too. Oh no. This is why you don't trash the pad taps, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. Because then you play, because then they have 4 credits. Okay, so it's econ, hard hitting, and what's the last click? Is it trash the pad tap? I think it's hedge fund. And then we'll like trash the pad tap next turn. We'll like trash pad tap, install Atlas, advance. Yeah. Because pad tap's already triggered, so let's do this. Don't be cruel to poor Hoshiko. You gotta watch your runs. Taking credits, clearing tags. Okay, so we can... Azif is fine. Okay, so let's install server 2, advance once, trash pad tap. And then they're like incentivized to run here, right? Because Taka's on 3. So they like make a run and then we can hard hitting again if we have it, which we don't, but if we have it, right? Let's res the border control. Oh, we actually just win next turn. It isn't cruel to help the runner put cards in the heap where they belong. Do 1 net, give the runner 1 tag, and we can gain a credit. Sure. Yeah, we just win next turn. Because we Audacity the Atlas for a counter, and then we Atlas counter for a high profile. When we play high profile, we just kill them. Another fast game. Right? There's no way out of this. 3 tags, does 6 damage. Yeah. Oh. Withdrew consulting. I guess we're just playing consulting. That's sad. I should have done the Audacity play anyways, right? The Audacity play is so much better. Why'd I have to draw the consulting? That's the least style. I know. See, but if I did it the other way, then I would have gotten some slack from Brandon for doing it the other way. Advance Atlas, Audacity Atlas, search for high profile, play high profile. Oh, so good. So good. Okay. Is this good? Is this good? What do you guys think? Is this good? Is this good, Kyle? I'm very, very confused if this is good. You can have crim problems? Explain bailiff to me. Aaron disagrees. Don't think so? Yeah, I don't think so either. Explain bailiff. Okay, so bailiff is there hasn't been like there isn't a lot of like turtle, I think. So I think the explanation is that if there's no turtle, but then you can just play vanilla. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. It costs you 2 credits so that you will be below a tapeworm threshold. That's the explanation. I think Shaper who doesn't commit seppuku, you're at like 30 to 40%. Yeah, bailiff if you really want to pay 2 for a vanilla. That's right. That's the explanation. Yeah, and like man, I guess like I added the 2 gatekeepers in the IP block, which I think is like pretty good in theory, but like we never. I guess we saw 1 gatekeeper, installed it, and never resed it. But also the gate we put it on HQ, and it could have gotten boomeranged, which is just like not good. Outside of boomerang, gatekeeper's fine. Um, you're right though. Bailiff is just a bad vanilla. That's one thing that I didn't change much. Like there's also this list, right? Um, which is on like you have like more fast events. So you've got the Rococo, like you're actually fast advancing. So you have 3 Audacity and like Rococo red level and Deddy, and like you just have like light tag punishment in the form of 2 hard hitting, with no econ. I think this list immediately gets better. -2 gatekeeper, -3 Oaktown, +2 spin doctor, +2 GFI. Like okay, I can see honestly I can see why Oaktown is like because you can rush better with Oaktown. Like, you get money while you're rushing, um, but like you're just really playing into the fact that like you're really hoping that the runner doesn't have a boomerang or a botulus, and if they do, it kind of wrecks you. But if they don't, then you kind of run away with the game because you were able to score a 2 pointer in like the first 2 turns of the game, and you gained 4 credits while doing it. I can see that, but it's just you know kind of risky. Okay, yeah, I think I'm happy setting that aside. Do y'all want to? Should I try? Should I play some like other Wayland Fast events, or should I play Congress Woo? Don't let HB find out. Are you saying you can gain 4 credits for scoring a 4-2? Oh, sorry, it's not 4 credits. It's 8. Well, I'm like it's 8, but you spent 4, so you're gaining 4. Like it is better um than off world because you are gaining 8. You're just like spending 4. Like you're gaining 1 every time. Um, but then it's face up instead of face down. But you do get the money if they steal it. You know, like I think it is better than off world for like what this deck is trying to do. Okay. Yeah, but I agree though. Like I think like the deck's just not good. It's not like it's fine, but it's not good enough. Just Argus in general. Um, should I play Big Max? Okay. I want to run. Should we play Big Max or should we play Congress Wood? Somebody have an opinion? I was playing Big Max today. Play the Woo, please. Okay, awesome. Let's do the Woo. I was playing like a game of. Did I play 1 or 2? I think I played 2. Like I played 2 games of Big Max today, and it was like there's like a couple draws that were just quite awkward. Um, but like otherwise, it seemed like the deck ran pretty smoothly. I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, let's bring up the Woo on here. Okay. I'll probably have to reposition this because depending on where the edge of the chat bar is. Oh, did Yusengren and Yusengren and Ed are still going at it? Very good. Yeah, I think okay. I want to look up what Doomrat's list is. Shaper, Woo. I think it's this one. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, so it is on Revolver. Caldera. So instead of Caldera, I have a Palop. Instead of a third DZMZ, I have a Pantograph. I think these are all the same, so it's 2, 2, and 1. That might actually be the only difference. Yeah, that is the only difference. Citadel was the hot tech. Okay. I wonder if... Yeah, I don't know. I like Citadel a lot. It, like, you need it for the CTM match because a lot of the times you can't pressure the CTM fast enough as Shaper. So you kind of like do your thing and you set up and you let them do their thing and they set up. And then yeah, like you can use misdirect to clear multiple tags, but Citadel just works nicely. Also against Argus, but like I guess there's not. I don't know. Maybe there might be more Argus. We're against Builder Nations. This is 44 cards. We have a deep dive, which we don't want to see, and we have 3 econ cards, which is just fine. And we have an SMC. We're really looking for Rozekis to start, though. We're looking for DZMZs, although these are fine just to like kickstart our money, so I'm gonna keep it. Citadel was the hot tech for Jeff. Oh, is it doing well against Acme? Like the Citadel specifically? Subliminal. Okay. So we're playing like some kind of grinder? Where we're trying to ice up everything in Subliminal? Install. Every time I see Proco lifts, does this have enough draw? Oh, Proco. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to mulligan for Proco. This is how much I haven't played this. Okay, so like I probably should have mulliganed this hand because I totally forgot we're on Proco. Anyways, did they mulligan? They did. Okay, so we'll like launder HQ, I guess. They can have the Rashida. That's fine. This start seems good enough. Yeah, but like as Ranji says, like if like we don't find a Proco, it gets rough maybe, right? Trashing this is fine. We don't need to install this SMC, so we'll draw. Mwanza Builder Nations. It's not Rashida. Oh. Interesting. I don't care about that, right? Like we'll just at most we'll like hit a Prisec if we really feel like hitting a Prisec. Ooh, actually installing Polyp seems good. Because we also block do we care about blocking Subliminal? Honestly, if this is Rashida and we Polyp it, that's probably worth it. So I think we spend 2 clicks and get a Polyp down. Yeah. If this is Rashida, I think we pop this. Okay, it's not. But like now we have like an answer to like urban renewal and stuff before an ice gets down on HQ, and we want to get the Polyp down before like an ice gets down on HQ because I'd rather not run it once that happens. We don't really care about double advance, I don't think. So Rizeki's good. Gamble's fine. Guess we just play the gamble. Biovault Builder Nations. SDS? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we shouldn't have installed the Rizeki. I was like, when they double advanced, I was like, oh yeah, we're not afraid of SDS. And then I installed the Rizeki because I completely forgot about my thinking. That was just bad. We shouldn't have installed that Rizeki. I was like fully expecting SDS in my head, and then I like forgot about it when we drew the Rizeki for some reason. Gamble's fine. Yeah, that was I definitely should have held that Rizeki. It's fine. Vlad BON. Could be. There's an upgrade in there. There's another upgrade for R&D. And a credit. Fine. Unity. Mayfly. Probably just like, I want to say get our breakers down. That's fine, right? Yeah, we'll just throw stuff down. Does Warroid work on itself in Centrals now? Yeah, I think it does. Hostel's fine. Yeah. We do have Claude in this deck, but we'll get there when we get there. That was like the one thing about like building this Woo deck, and it's like coming back to me now. Like the one issue was that you just didn't have enough card slots for stuff because like we have no diesels, so we really are just like hitting Proco, and that's all we're doing. Daily cast is fine. We probably get the. Let's see if we install a Unity, and then we like SMC for Paperclip, I guess, and we don't need the Mayflies anymore. Yeah. No diesel seems bold. It like honestly, I think so too. But like it's just like there's no slots for diesel. Unless you just play 3 diesel and go to 48, which is fine maybe. Double install advance. Okay. So there's like price X and stuff in here. We have to run this. So it's like install SMC run. And then if it's a barrier that like sucks a lot, we might just install Mayfly run. So if it's a barrier, we'll like Mayfly it. In which case we should Cabo out a Mayfly. Let's do that. This seems okay. We like take a mate damage here. Our best card in our hand is Simulchip. That can get broken by 1, 2, 3, 4, $5. If we break the credit sub, which I think we do right now. So yeah, let's break it. We lost SMC, that's fine, we don't care about that. Taking 3 damage, right? Yeah. Skunk. That's... Oh, I could Paul up that. I guess I clicked it. I could Paul up that. If we spend 2 clicks here, and then we like get price act, we get tagged. We spend 5. $10 runs for the runner to win in Acme versus Woo. Okay, we're gonna pull up this. And then we're just gonna close prompt. Because, like, we can't undo because there was meat damage. Yeah. Let's see. So we're gonna assume this is price X. So let's access this card. The Zeef protocol, fine. Yeah, so it is price X. So that's why we had to pull up. So what? We like pay 3 to trash, clear a tag, we go to 0, and then we hit the Proco once, we go to 1. We get daily cast, so we go to 3. And we would get a Rizeki dollar, so we'd go to 4. 4 credits. And they're gonna hard hitting. Can we afford to not trash this? Okay, if we have 8 tags and we start the turn with 4 credits, we install Simulchip. Or no. We just pull Misdirect out of the deck. Yeah, okay, so we just pull Misdirect out of the deck. And we use it. And then we have 1 click left, and then we pull SMC out of the deck to overwrite the Misdirect. So yeah, we can trash this. Fine. Okay, so then we close prompt. Okay, so then we go clear tag. We don't want to hit Proco, because we don't want to draw SMC? No, it's fine. Okay, yeah, so we can actually draw. Oh, okay, that's even better. And then we have to Simulchip the Mayfly for Rizeki before the end of our turn. 10 runs for the winner, 3 agendas and 8 accesses. Ooh. Jeff kind of had me over a barrel. Really? Really? Okay. Install double events. We need to run that, do we? Otherwise, we like lose to. Oh, actually, we don't lose to SDS, so we can just like let that go. We just have to make a run. So, Proco. Ooh, Overclock's quite good. Overclock is quite good. So we might do that next turn. So let's Proco again. We will put the Simulchip down. And we'll just run Archives. Just because we have to turn off Subliminal in case this is a 5-3. Hard-hitting news, tough ask. Inflies in a 12 influence deck with Skunk. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, like, what? So, like, Skunk is... It's very doable, right? Like, you just have, like, 2 Skunks, so that's 6... Like, 2 Spin Doctors, and then 2 hard-hitting. They drew 3 cards. That's very odd. Light the Fires... Interesting. We've dealt with quite a few upgrades already, to be honest, so I don't even know if we bother putting this down. We probably do. Let's Proco again. Let's Overclock R&D. I guess I should have done this click too, because if this is like NGO and then we take a bunch of tags, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Azif, nice. Choose an upgrade in root of R&D to access. This one. Chrysium Grid. Do we care about Chrysium Grid? We do, right? what? Let's trash it. We have like a bad pub left, right? So if this is Prysac, like we trash it for a bad pub in 2, which is fine. We lost the creative, which is fine. So we pay 3 here and 1 clear tag. Okay, nice. We might even deep dive next turn. Maybe? Oh wow, it was NGO friend. Okay, so it was a misplay last turn to like I should have definitely ran click 2 instead of click 3. I've been making a few questionable plays today. Okay. Mossless costs me 5. If we want to break all of it. Light the Fire's an option. Proco. Do we just light the fire the remote? That's what this is for, right? We have to take a brain damage for it? I feel like I just ignore that. No, we can't just ignore that. I think we do just light the fire the remote. Let's Proco again first. That's a good card for later. Yeah, what the heck? Let's light the fire. We lost the falsified, which is unfortunate. We'll pay. We'll give them $1. I probably should have given them $1 before as well, because like we do want them to have money for Beth. Maybe like now that they have money, like we might as well just give them money. I think our money is more valuable than their money. Draw click 1. We still have our deep dive. We don't have our falsified. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Draw, install, hedge fund. Fine. Ooh, Citadel's good. Citadel is quite good. If I draw again, we'll have to discard, but I think that's fine. Unless we want to run archives to turn off subliminal, which I'm not that worried about, so we'll just draw again. Still drawing. It's 4-4. Double advancing the Mausolus. That puts it at 3 advancements. The fact that we have falsified makes this quite good for us. So we're looking for our 1 copy of Out of the Ashes or 1 copy of Beth, and then trying to win from there. We're also looking for more MU. So we'll just like keep setting up. I could have gone for like a deep dive there maybe. This is now awkward. Okay, we'll just put this down and take a credit. Okay. NGO. We could go for an HQ run here. It's not bad. I used to have a one of legwork. A 1 of legwork. Instead of like light the fire, you could play 1 copy of legwork in this deck. 1x legwork in Shaper Control decks is really good. Okay, we need Paperclip, and we need Beth or Out of the Ashes. But honestly, we might just like go for this anyways. Oh, like HQ is Afshar, right? Yeah, let's run HQ. Let's see what's going on in there. Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, I big fan of it. Okay, so HQ is Afshar. I think we'll happily take an access. I think so. We'll spend $2 for an access here. Neurospike, good to know. Very good to know. Let's draw again. Beth is good. We'll pitch the SMC. I keep saying we're looking for a paperclip, but like SMC is paperclip, so maybe pitching that's wrong. Light the Fire seems important in challenging remotes, but I almost wonder if Falsified is the drop for legwork, because in theory Shaper is so much for handling the remote. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, we're jamming. And I should be concerned, right? Right. We have like Pantograph and 2 DZMZs. Like our MU's an issue right now. I think we have to run this, but like at least like it's unresed ice, so we get to like make them res ice. Expecting a border control here, so I probably have to like just hit woo for paperclip, lose a Rizeki, and run. There's probably nothing else we can do. So yeah. Oh, I should overclock. Because we're taking 2 damage. That's fine. We'll fully break that. I did say Beth money, blah blah blah, but they have $5 now, so we're dead to Urtica Cypher here. It's double border control. Okay. Oh wait, I could jack out. Wait, should I jack out? Because we died at Urtica Cypher? And if I jack out, we can like deep dive? No, I think we just have to do this. No, yeah, we'll just do this. This is fine. Prevent any of the 1 meat damage. No. That's fine. We have another one. This is fine. Border control. Okay, so we do have to like run this again, I guess. I should have done the math. Yeah, they're on 1 credit. Yeah, so I don't have to run. It's true. But like we'll do the math anyway. So if I spend 2 and then we spend 5, we're at 0, and then we run again next turn. We just like get a free R&D access this turn, I guess. Oh, creative is good. Okay, we'll just creative. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. I also have to overwrite the clip at some points. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. How do we do this? Can you undo click? Can I undo click? Oh, I can. Okay, yeah, I gotta overwrite the clip. We can play this first. We need to... I think we just like reinstall the Rizeki. Yeah, it's fine. Draw double credit. Okay, so we run back after that costs us 2 clicks. And I guess like so if it was Urtica Cipher, we would have died anyways. So we can assume it's not Urtica Cipher, and we just take like 1 damage, and we can just like risk the Beth. So we just run now because we don't want to like draw. We don't want to draw. What do you call it? Deep dive and then like lose it to me damage. So we'll just do it this way. Oh, I guess we have to draw once anyways, so it's fine. Go again. Is it the SDS? Okay, it is. Yeah. It'd be hilarious if this was Urtica. Yeah, they like double border control me, and I like come back over and over again. Like that's like pretty difficult because Urtica's 4 damage there, and then you take like 1 off Builder Nations. Okay, we got MU coming up. DZ, Pantograph is next, and then Out of the Ashes, and then Deep Dive was the last card, though. So... it's a... honestly... yeah, I guess, like, the start was, like, fine, because we had, like, good money cards to start. But, like, I kind of forgot that we're a Proco deck. Okay, let's try this again. If we like mulligan for Proco and like get a Proco like super early, I'd be curious to see like what kind of start we can get. Because like I think in theory like you've got like your Mayflies to kind of cover up any early rushes. Also, I hope I didn't... Yeah, there's only 1 remote there, right? I hope I didn't cover... My screen didn't cover anything. Damage always makes, like, Shaper a bit uncomfortable. Unless you're, like, able to set up early. Because I remember, like... It wasn't Prepaid Kate. Or maybe it was. Like, I think, like, certain people were like, okay, like, Prepaid Kate's not good against damage. But actually, like, if you just... I don't think it was Prepaid Kate. Like, I think there's just, like, shapers where you can just set up drip, and then you can actually... Like, a lot of your cards actually don't matter. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe dropping a falsified for legwork. It's an option. I like legwork in shapers. It's a good one. I think it was mentioned in here, right? Next 3 cards are third Laundry, second Out of the Ashes, third Deep Dive. Yeah. I think the Deep Dive second Out of the Ashes is like not needed. Because I think 1 and 2 is like a good balance. Because like if you put too much, then it actually becomes like a hindrance when you're in the early game because you're just drawing dead cards. I feel like Diesel's maybe better than Laundry. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can totally see that. Should we try that now? Let's try that now. Where is this? Instead of laundries, you play 2 copies of Diesel? You, like, I always struggle with this. Like, it's just, when you're adding a 46th card, but it's a card draw card, that's fine. But also, like, once you have Proco down, like, you'd rather just Proco a lot of the times. Let's try 3. Let's see what happens. I'd find a third probably. Like, I'd probably only play 2 Rozekis. I don't know if I'd cut a Rozeki for it. Okay, Ace is a good test. Ace is like a good generic corp-ish. We throw this away. We got creative and overclock SMC. It's not bad. It's not good. Oh yeah, I am on 3 SMCs. Yeah, you could totally go to 2 SMCs for the third Diesel. That seems okay for sure. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay. We want to like SMC overclock and then like pull out a Rozeki, right? I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's Cabo for SMC. Are we on Hard Hitting News? Do we just like double? Do we just double Rozeki? What if we just double Rozeki? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're double Rozekiing. Rozeki. And Rozeki. Oh, we are on Hard Hitting News. It's fine. We have creative. It's fine. Big oof energy. Oh no. It's fine. Like we have other SMC, so we're gonna like gain money, install SMC misdirect, just hit misdirect, and like they're on 2 credits now with nothing res, so this is totally fine. Okay. Is it install, hit it, and misdirect? Or is there a better combination? And that's why you never cut the third SMC. We could like... I was going to say we can like do some Cabo shenanigans, but I don't think we need to. So let's draw first in case we draw the misdirect. Okay, and then we'll do this. This is fine. We're dripping for 2 credits for the rest of the game. This is totally fine. That is why we don't cut the third SMC though. Hey, no Rashida here is really, really good. Like this Bumba Temple looked like a Rashida. And the fact that it's not a Rashida is really good for us. Okay, so we can like draw here looking for a Proco. Found a Proco. Found a Proco. So we just like don't want to draw, right? Because we're just gonna like click for credits and install Proco. So we will... Let's just click for the $1. You never want to install a Proco and go to 0 and not use it, I think. It kind of gives away a little too much, so we'll just take $1. Draw a card, double install, Ice R&D. Fine. Oh, wait. I guess I should give them a Malia opportunity. It looks like they're okay. Claude is good. We will Proco again. Imagine the Malia value too. Yeah. Yeah, I should have given them a Malia opportunity before. Like I installed it and clicked it right away. But that's fine. Like if they res Malia, we'll just pretend I drew a card and I don't get the credit. They click for 3 and make a new remote. That's also fine. Maryland's also fine. So we like just don't care about their board right now, and we'll just keep doing our own thing. We technically have 2 cards that we can discard here, which is Out of the Ashes and Clot. So I could hit the Proco again and install the cast. That's probably the play. Wait. Oh, I made the change, but I didn't reselect my deck. So the change didn't happen. Like in my deck builder, the list has changed, but I forgot to reselect the deck, so we're still playing the old version. Oh, sorry. Yes, I should zoom out. Thank you for reminding me. I am totally in the way. Hang on. We're just gonna take out the deck list, and then we'll just do this. There we go. We scored Luminal. Draw, install server 4, install server 5. Yeah, sorry, I totally forget about Zoom. Does this mess anything up? There we go. Yeah, that's a good zoom. Okay. Let's trigger Out of the Ashes and say no. Okay. So at some point, like, we do need to run this Jeeves because they can, like, score 4-2s, which is a problem. Is that point right now? Not really. They discarded. Okay, let's install Light the Fire and see if they do anything. Because they might, like, pop a Spin Doctor, right? Okay, so they're not doing anything. No action. Cool. Beth is good. Let's just install Beth. Rizeki's good. We don't have MU. We only have 3 MU cards, which is proving to be a bit of a problem. Installing a card, server 6, server 7s. We need to zoom out again. And server 4 and server 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Trigger Out of the Ashes. No. We get a card. DZMZ's good. DZMZ's quite good. So we can, like, install DZMZ, install Mayfly, run somewhere. I think if there's an agenda, I think it's in server 4, but also I think, like, we wanna like check the other stuff first. So I'm just gonna, like, go and, like, laundry around. And if they pop a Spin Doctor on us, that's fine. Need to worry about Lakshmi, yeah. That's a good point. Although they have Luminal. Do we trash a Mamba Temple? No. I've been playing Lakshmi anyway. We trash a Mamba Temple? No, we're not going to trash a Mamba Temple. Okay, I think the agenda's in server 4. And I think we're just going to go for it. Although I could also, like, run the Jeeves. Let's go for the agenda. Install Mayfly. And we're going to run server 4. It's not great. It's primarily HQ protection. Incoming IP block. That would have been very sad if it was IP block. We'll pay 6 for that. We're good at this. We're good at this. IP block would have been quite sad. Nico in server 6. What was in server 3? Oh, Maryland. Draw, install server 3. Okay, so the Nico and the Maryland we don't care about. We're looking for our breakers here. Server 3 we can probably leave alone. We could check server 8 if we want. The fact that they clicked for 2 cards means server 8's probably not a spin doctor, so we can like go and laundry that. Let's start by hitting Proco. Ooh. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. We probably don't need another Rozeki, because we probably want like all of our breakers out now, right? So let's laundry server 8. I guess we should install the Panto first in case this is a naked agenda, but it's probably not. Oh, it is a spin doctor? Okay, well done. That's fine. Let's hit this again. We will install Panto, I think, instead of the daily cast. They clicked for 2 cards instead of resing the spin, which is odd to me, but it got me. Okay, install server 9, install server 4. They have money. They're gonna play the hard hitting, which tells me that there's an agenda on the board. This Asa seems like it's got a lot of ice. Yeah, eh? Okay. So, there's an agenda on the board. Do we want to use Out of the Ashes? There's no reason to, so we'll say no, because we need to like install a breaker before running any of the ice servers anyways. So there's an agenda, server 4, server 9. 9 ice with half the deck left. It's probably server 9 because we know the ice on server 4. And you wouldn't... Like, this gets a little easy, right? Because like, we just, like, SMC or something. Like, we just get the breaker, get our barrier breaker, run server 4. So if there was an agenda on the board, you'd probably put it on server 9. Which means we want to run server 9, but we need to, like, figure out what this ice is, or we just install our other copy of Mayfly. So it's probably Cabo for Mayfly, run server 9, and then we clear tags. Server... Oh, there's a server 10? Oh, we installed that before we played hard hitting. I missed that. There's a server 10. That's fine. It's still probably server 9. So let's run server 9. Drafter. Fine. Pay 4 to fully break Drafter. Continue. Mamba Temple. Okay. So we whiffed. That's fine. And we'll just clear 4 tags. That's disappointing. But as long as we have misdirection, news isn't an issue. Did they put it in server 4 for server 10? Or are they all just non-agendas? We're going to zoom out more. They are just all non-agendas. Okay. So they're going to double install server 11, take a credit, and play another hard-hitting news. That's fine. So I guess this time it's an agenda, except if we trash the Maryland, they don't have enough money to score. Also, the most it can be is a Vitruvius. So like trash Maryland, clear 4 tags, and play like install daily cast 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we can't install daily cast. We have to play the gamble. But that's fine, right? I think we trash the Maryland here just to prevent the score. But also, if they score, it's fine because it's not a 4-2. We're just gonna let them score. So it's gamble, clear 4 tags, install daily cast. They might be playing around Pantograph 4, could still be an agenda. Do you know all the face down routes? They could easily res another Maryland. Yeah, no, so they could res another Maryland, but they would have resed it last turn, right? Like, they could easily res another Maryland, but they would have last turn. They might be playing around Pantograph. That's interesting. They're gonna fully op for a lot of value. It was a Rashida in server 11, I would think. Install server 12. Install server 6, discard 1. Holy. There's a lot of stuff on the board. And I'm just looking for... Let's see what Beth draws us. Paperclip's good. We're looking for Deep Dive. If we can just, like, get our Deep Dive, we can just play that with an extra click, right? So I think we just, like, set up for that. And we'll just take a turn not worrying about remotes. Draw, overclock. I think maybe no, because they used Mamba to res Drafter. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying too much attention to what their situation was with the Mamba temples. Yeah, you might be right. Do we just install simulchips? Do we play around Arc Lockdown? Do we play around Arc Lockdown, guys? Okay, we're gonna play around Arc Lockdown. That costs us 3 credits anyways, because we get a DZMZ discount. And then we need to draw one breaker, and then we can simulchip SMC the other one. Seamless launch, fine. It's in server 3. That's been on the board for a while. Oh, it's not in server 3. It's a 5-3? Okay. Simulchip's fine. I guess we're in trouble now. They res Nico campaign, so 6 and 4 we don't know. Do we use Out of the Ashes to make a run? No, we can't. I think we just have to assume it's not on the board. Like, because if we go around checking things, that's not... Like, we don't win. We could run HQ. Oh, falsified is good, I guess. So we can check server 6. Pretty sure we don't know this one because we ran server 9. So we can check server 6 with falsified, and then we can like potentially run HQ. Deep dive is good. Let's check server 6 now. There is a face down Maryland on the board. Oh man. Okay. I feel like we need to run HQ here. That kind of sucks. Because if Lakshmi's actually a threat, we should like run HQ twice here, just so that we can like try to steal out of HQ. Try to steal out of HQ. Of course, we can overclock. To try to get our breaker out. We don't need to. We might as well. Okay, let's overclock HQ. Hagen. Sure. So if we simulchip the misdirect, because we've played all 3 hard hittings. So if we simulchip the misdirect and install SMC, and then we SMC out a revolver, then that costs us 4. We'll have 1 credit left, and this will be at 4 strength. So then we have to pay $3, and we kind of get a little bit of efficiency. A little bit. Assuming we need the revolver, which is not a good assumption to make, I guess. Okay, we'll just break this. Maryland. We'll just install the other simulchip. Oh, well, we don't win next turn with deep dive. Yeah, we don't. So we have to hit Proco. Because they don't have a real 5/3 in their deck. So, like, even if we deep dive and access 2 cards, we don't win next turn. We're making more servers. Install server 13, ice it, install server 3, fully up, and we're drawing. Okay. Why are we drawing? Why are we drawing? Playing around deep dive, I guess. Okay, I think we have to simulchip our misdirect here to install SMC, and then we like SMC so we have it on the board. And then we like try to win off of like a deep dive play. I think that's the line. Oh wait, they only have 3 cards in R&D. What am I talking about? Oh no, but it's fine because deep dive, like, because they're gonna like spin doctor, right? So forgot my deck ratios. I'm not sure what that means. Only 3 cards in R&D. Will they all be trashable? Probably not. Like maybe, but like you can't play for that, right? Also, what's up, Cody? It's nice to see you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna assume there's a spin doctor on the board. So let's pop the misdirect for an SMC. And then we're gonna start turn. And we're going to trigger all of this stuff. And then we're gonna out of the ashes and we're gonna run archives. So there should be a spin doctor pop here. And then there's 3 cards in R&D, which is like, it makes deep dive still fine. Wait, what just happened? Oh, we're shuffling again. Because now there's 9 cards in hand. Yeah, it makes deep dive still fine. Because we're actually going to access a decent amount of cards here. We're just not going to run... Oh, actually, we could run server 3. Because that's the only unknown. Oh. Okay. Forget how many copies of some cards I was running. And made those draws to get more copies of a card I didn't have. Oh, okay. So they were digging for something, and it turns out they don't have that something in their deck. Having so much fun, you're making new remotes instead of winning the game. I guess Panto covers. No, so yeah, like I guess like Fast Advance was an issue. But yeah, like Panto can install the simul chip if I find an agenda this turn. And like if I don't find an agenda this turn, I guess I don't know how I win. But yeah, I think with 5 clicks this turn, we go like run each we run R&D first. So that's click 1. We run our HQ click 2. Hopefully we will have found at least one agenda from one of those 2 runs. And then we can we could play the deep dive, and when we play the deep dive, we can see what's left in the deck. So that's click 3, and then we access 1 off the deep dive, and like then we can make the decision, like because then we see their whole deck. So like, do we mill them or do we not? Because we can just like run and like mill them, and they'll just lose at start of turn. If we can't, because there's something that's not trashable in there, then we have 2 clicks left. Assuming we don't use the extra access on deep dive. So with those 2 clicks, we can run server 3, because that's the only unknown on the board. And then like if we want to be super safe, we could run server 3 and then install the simul chip for the clot threat. So we were actually in a decent spot for the last turn, at least. I think like prior to what they did on the last turn, we were not in a good spot. Like if they just went like install server 3, install server 4, install server 11, install server 13, and that was their last turn, then it gets, I don't know, like, and then we basically just do the play that we just did, right? Which would have been out of the ashes, run R&D, run HQ, deep dive, and then we have like 1 or 2 clicks left depending on if we access a second card with the deep dive. It's like a decent chance that we give ourselves. Practicing for a race I have early June, so kind of jacking in and running and trying not to flatline, though we call it fail saving. Like, you're talking about like a running race? Do you do I know like does Morgan do some races as well? I think so. But I'm not sure what kind of races. Yeah, it'd be interesting if you don't. Not sure if you see Morgan around, or have you even met Morgan? Drone race in Indiana. Okay, very different race. Very different race. Okay, let's run that again. That was pretty good. And also we get to try out the diesels now, which I think we would have done a lot better that game with the diesels instead of the laundries. The laundries were good, but the diesels were quite good. Okay, and then we cut an SMC, so stay at 45. I like that. Although we did say we shouldn't cut SMC. Okay, we're staying at 3 SMCs. And I have to... Oh, I guess I don't have to reselect the deck because I didn't make a change. I met Morgan before they were Morgan. Yeah. Playing Netrunner, or did you meet elsewhere? Playing Netrunner. Okay. Yeah, Jeff, we were like, let's test out the diesels, and then wondering if we should cut the 3rd SMC. Honestly, like it does seem like a sound idea, but the fact that I sometimes make the overclock double SMC turn 1 play with Rizeki means that I should keep the 3rd SMC. Because otherwise you're going to have to do something like woo for misdirect, use the misdirect, and then woo for mayfly, and then RFG the mayfly. It's kind of sad. I think if you're ever making that play, you want 3. Yeah. It's just not a play I usually try and force. Yeah. It's good. I like it. It like you go down a couple credits in the first turn and you've set up 2 Rizekis already. And like it's not only that, like you've set up 2 Rizekis, so you've got 2 credit drip for the rest of the game, but also you've cleared 4 cards out of your deck. So now you're playing a 41 card deck, or I guess in my case it's 42. I like that a lot about like the old, like you do it with Stimhack or Flame Out. So like turn 1, you just get 2 Rizekis on the board and you've cleared out 4 cards out of your deck. Makes your draws a bit better. Try to turn this back on. Is that the right list? 46, yeah. Hey, we got Koshi. Palana. Okay. This is probably Grinder. But that's fine. Grinder's something that we want to test against. We have a Diesel turn 1. Does that make this hand keepable? SMC, Simulchip are not exactly cards we want to see. We probably just want to like hard mulligan for Proco, hey? Yep, we're getting rid of it. That hand seems better actually, because we have more Rizeki DZMZ is probably like if this is Grinder, just getting Rizeki down's good. Hedge Fund, SR&D, SHQ, fine. So this is like DZMZ, Rizeki, Credit, Daily Cast. Yeah. Seems like a fine start. Also, this very well could just be like Jinteki, like Jinteki Glacier, or like Vladgrid Jinteki, are also good and very much a possibility. I think either way we don't run that. Unless we want to like woo out a Mayfly and overclock it. Do we want to do that? No, we don't. Panto. SMC. Vladgrid Jinteki. Yeah, Vladgrid Jinteki's good, isn't it? You have like sandboxes and Niseis that you want to score. Like you have a bunch of 4-2s. And I guess like Lacosta is probably better. But I can see it. Because you can like Vladgrid works with like with Biovault, right? But also Lacosta works with Biovault. Like it just works in different ways. Let's just get the Panto down. I could put the SMC down and then try to like SMC for Rizeki, but it's House of Knives. Okay, so this is Grinder. Choose a card to install. Sure. Okay, so this works. This works out. Start turn. We probably want to just straight SMC for Rizeki here. Draw again. Oh. Yeah, let's just SMC for Rizeki. And we'll just put one of these down. This is fine. But why not do it in Acme where your ice is better? But you don't have Nisei. You gotta score your Nisei Mark IIs, right? Like, what are you scoring out of Acme? Like, remastered edition. Install. We need to Mayfly and challenge this, don't we? They're at 7 credits, so this is actually kind of okay, maybe? Let's draw. Ooh. So we go like Diesel, Mayfly, Run. They're boats without a port. I love that. They're boats without a port. We're gonna Diesel. And then we're gonna woo out a Mayfly. This is probably like more aggressive than I need to be. But it's fine. Oh yeah, it's fine. They can res a Nancy now, but like they can't res anything else. So we'll deal with it. Will PE be coming back with the next cycle, or is it banned forever? So when they released the banned list, like the most recent like ban list update, they said that it was a temporary change. So what the changes that they made was they banned PE and they brought back Kakugo and Shipment from Tenon to kind of like shake up the meta. But in that article, they said that they had designed the next cycle with PE in mind, which means like they had designed it with the intention that PE would be legal. So my understanding is that the intent is they plan to revert those changes. So like Kakugo and Shipment from Tenon goes away and PE comes back when the new cycle comes in. But that's like nothing about what I just said is official. But that is my understanding. Do I have a window before you pass? Not to res, but you can paid ability. Okay. I'm curious as to what that is now. But that's fine. We lost misdirection. We don't care about that. And then we just access a bunch of cards. Let's see the new card is Prana Condenser. Huh? Okay. I guess we trash this, and then we like hit a Prisec, and then we trash that. I guess we trash this. A Void. Okay. Interesting. Do we care about this SMC? Probably, right? We'll just like pitch a Simulchip. Which makes it double official. This deck is a startup deck, or at least built around the idea. Okay. Did we just score Sting and it was naked on the board? Dang. Dang, Koshi. That was naked on the board, right? Install server 1. Yeah, it was. It was naked on the board. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We want to run here. Just to take advantage of the fact that he's got $1. So let's go... Right? Do we die to anything? Do we care about these cards? Falsified's pretty good. But let's run while we can. Yeah, let's go HQ. Let's find out what this is. If this is Oboe and we can't steal it, that's fine. Preemptive. Okay. Let's run R&D. And like, there are reasons to draw first, but if we draw first, that means he can like res Ike, and then the Psy game is out of our like it's Like, he can actually bid into the side game, so we'd rather just, like, run here normally. We'll trash and go again. Fine. Hedge fund. Okay. Do we draw? Do we draw? No. Clicking for credits, playing preemptive. So the top card of the deck was Hedge Fund, and they just drew Hedge Fund, and they shuffling back 2 Voids and a Prana Condenser. So I think we, like, if we run R&D here, do we die to anything? I would die to, like, a Sting on top of R&D, which is fine. Okay, so no res. Prana Condenser. This thing's 4 credits to trash. I'm not paying 4 credits to trash this. Alright, fine. Do we install Mayfly? I guess so, right? Because we are going to need it at some point. Yeah. I could draw again and, like, discard out of the ashes, but I feel like we're going to lose, like, cards to net damage, so, like, I'd rather not discard. Okay, we're hedge funding and putting the Prana Condenser straight into Thermote. Creative, Diesel, oh. We're going to get to the point where Proco is not even worth it. This is so sad. This is very sad. Okay, we'll do nothing, I guess. Proco is never worth it. Isn't Proco like a... Wasn't Proco like Proco in prepaid Kate? My understanding was like on the east side of North America was a very popular thing. Or like at least like in Toronto and Montreal was a very popular thing. That like when you played prepaid Kate, you had Proco. And I was never on board with that. It was contentious. Draw, Ice R&D. Fine. Do we Diesel? Can I just like click for 4 here? We don't have our breakers. I feel like I have to Diesel. I'm Woo. We could just like woo out Paperclip, woo out SMC, and then like SMC for a breaker. Right? Right? I don't need to do anything here. I think that's the right play. Like, we just gonna like woo out Paperclip? Because that costs us $2. And then we woo out SMC. Or actually, wait, do we just woo out Revolver? And we just, or Unity, and then we just simul-chip it? Probably Revolver. Thinking. Okay, wait a second. I feel like there's a way for us to get all our breakers out here. So we woo out Unity. We woo out Revolver. That costs us 1. And then we woo out SMC. And then we SMC for Unity. No, we can just woo out the Unity. And then we can just simul-chip the Unity. And then if we do that, Revolver goes in the bin. We don't want that. So I think I actually have to draw one of the icebreakers first. No, because I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw. Like, our hand is just like, our hand is fine. Um, so I think we just like pick up Unity, simulchip the Unity, call it a day. Yeah. You may not like it, but this is what peak Netrunner looks like. Wood SMC, SMC Unity, simultrash clip for SMC get revolver. Simultrash clip for SMC get revolver. Yeah, so that runs into an MU issue the same way that I'm running into an MU issue here. So I think that's like I think your suggestion, Aaron, and this one is actually the same thing. Because now I just have an SMC and a revolver left in the deck, which is the same thing as what you said. It's just that I'm doing the revolver install later. But we still have an MU issue, which I think becomes solved when we run the remote here. But also we want to like run the other remote first, so let's do that. It's NGO, fine. We just click for credits, right? Like, I don't care about this yet. We will care about it, but like when we care about it, we'll just mayfly through the whole thing, and then our MU problem's solved, and then we can woo out our revolver somehow. Draw, install. Fine. We will take money. Oh, I guess I should like run archives once a turn because of shipment from Tenon. This gives him money. Would I rather things... Do I want him to use the prana condenser? What if they get a void in there with the prana? Clot, though. Yeah, clot's true. Also, void is true as well. I guess there are quite a few threats that I should be respecting. But yeah, you're totally right. I can clot them. Okay, so I think we like Diesel first. Or no, because the prana's rezzed, so they're just gonna like prevent all the net damage. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the rest of it's fine. So let's run server 1. And there's no reason to use overclock, I think. Because it's like money we don't need. Like, we're at 29. I think we're doing fine. So like the rest of our deck is just hit points until we find like a deep dive, and then we can... And Beth. Like, Beth will install, deep dive will play, like maybe falsifieds will play. But I think that's it. Oh, I can zoom in a bit, hey? Okay. Anansi will break for 7. Gonna get wrecked by a swordsman. I hope I don't get wrecked by a swordsman. Is swordsman even legal? Is swordsman legal? Swordsman. System update 2021. It is legal. Install paperclip. I guess I get a discount. Sure. Because we're going to lose the Mayfly, so we're going to have 2 MU for the SMC if we decide to go for server 4, which we might. They can purge on 11 to 14 now, though. That's unbeatable strats. You're saying if I install Beth, right? They can just sit on 11 to 14 and make me draw? Okay, so they're taking the money. We'll access the other card. It is a void. Okay, so Jonathan's just been a little lacking of cards for those voids. Okay, so we need to be careful about sentries. So we need to get our revolver if we want to run. We probably... Actually, let's falsify that. It's oboe. Okay. That's good. That's good. We can just take money, and then next turn we can, like, diesel install... Actually, we should draw first, right? Yeah. We'll just give him $1. It's fine. I thought about not drawing to not trigger Palana, but like I think if we're at 5 cards here and we diesel, we go to 7. And then we cabo out the SMC and then run. We should be able to make it. Like it costs us 4 cards to steal the oboe, 1 card on the House of Knives, so that's 5. And then we'll have like 2 cards extra for Anemone if there's a card in hand, which there isn't. So it's gonna have to be like triple Kakugo, which just isn't possible. But also we can wait. But also I kind of just want to steal the oboe. Oh hey, a Proco that we're... Are we installing this? We're just stealing the oboe, right? Right. Oh, we drew the SMC. Oh, I should have caboed first? No, because then we might draw the revolver. That kind of sucks that we drew the SMC. That does kind of suck we drew the SMC. Well, I guess we like woo out the revolver now, right? No. We just install this. 4, 5, and I don't see why else we would be losing cards. So let's install this, and I think we can just run. I'm pretty sure we're safe. There's no Anemone. Oh. That'll do it. I forgot about that. That's fine. Choose 2 cards in your grip to add to the stack. Second card targeted will be topmost. So let's put the... we want to protect the Proco? Okay, we just let this fire. Yeah, this sucks, but it's fine. Just draw the Proco back. If they advance, like we might click to draw and then run. If they don't advance, we probably just put the Proco down. Install advance. Yikes. Yikes. What is that? We getting like viral wept? We're not playing that weird of agenda suite, right? This is just an NGO friend. He's got you on the ropes. You know, I am down 2-0. If this is viral wep, we might lose this game. But it looks like it's NGO front. Upgrade in server 4? Card in server 5. Okay, so last time there was a naked card, it was a Sting. We do need to burst draw. Because if this is like Prisec or Hokusai grid, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So we need 8 cards in hand. So we need to like Proco 3 times and run, and then we like die to a Sting. So, ooh, a Beth. Do I actually not install Beth? I want to check the naked card. Yeah, we're going to check the naked card. It is Sting. Oh my goodness. We almost just died. We almost just died. Okay, choose a card to install. Do we want the Beth down? Let's say no. Let's say no. And then we'll like Proco and then take $1. We almost died. If we went for the oboe and he scores a naked Sting, and that's how we lose the game. Oh, man. Okay, drawing cards. So Anemone's live. This double advanced card is NGO, right? I almost want to falsify it to make sure. I almost do. Thinking, okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay. What happened? Installing another ice. 3 credits. Okay. What are we scared of? Nothing, right? I just draw 3 and run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we die because the double advanced card is a Sting. Like, we're scared of Anemone, but like, that'll, like, we just let that happen. And then we just, like, we'll just go again next turn. I think that oboe is lost. Really? I want it. I want that oboe. Georgia Emeliov. NGO. Border control. Okay, Aaron, you might be right. You might be right. Aaron, you might be right. Okay. Let's... Money matters, so we'll pay 2 and break it. I mean, we're here, so let's make him pop the border control at least. And also we want to encounter the data loop so we can save some of our cards. Okay, so we care about the falsified. Second card targeted will be topmost, so we can like Well, I guess we can put the falsified on top. So let's go... Do we care about the Citadel? We go like Citadel falsified? Yeah. Second card targeted topmost. So the falsified's on top. This is fine. Is it Anemone? House of Knives lost Overclock. It's Kakugo. Okay, so we take one more net damage, and then we can still steal, so he does need to bounce us. Yeah, this is fine. Bounce us. This is actually interesting. Like, we get bounced here, we lose another card. So we lost Gamble, DZMZ, Overclock. And now he has 3 credits, so he still can't score. Has he not used House of Knives? He did. He had 2 counters. He used it when he rezzed the Kakuko. Install Risk Spin Doctor, take 2 credits. So now we we just get ready and run it again next turn, right? Hit this twice, take 2 credits. Unless we want to run HQ, which is not bad. Not yet. We'll be patient. Although we don't have enough cards now, do we? Because 5, we have 8 cards, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we do. He needs another thing to stop us from getting this oboe. Also, it's funny, we were talking about playing Complete Image because there's no neural. So Complete Image just a 4-cost replacement, which is just strictly worse, but it is a replacement. And it does 1 net damage in the worst case scenario. So in this case, I would click for 3 cards, run, go to 0 cards, and I'd die to Complete Image. Maybe we should have made a run there, because otherwise that Hanzi review doesn't get hit. Okay. No Out of the Ashes. Click this 3 times. Deep Dive is good, but it's fine. Ooh, Diesel's good too. Also fine. We run the remote. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. This card needs to be something that does damage. This piece of ice. It is not. So we can get in and we will die to Complete Image. Okay, so we want the Diesel back. So we want to... Second card targeted will be topmost. So we want the Diesel to be top. And we'll lose the Falsified. Are we okay with that? Not really. Not really. Although the Deep Dive's probably better. We do have another Deep Dive. The Deep Dive is probably better. And we can just slow draw. So we don't need our Diesel, I guess. Yeah, let's put the Falsified and the Deep Dive back. Break. Yeah, the Diesel, we're not going to use it. Okay, so we break this. We take a net. We take a House of Knives net if he wants. And we steal the oboe. We go to 4. Choose a card to install. No thanks. We moved the Georgia to server 1. So next turn we just click for 4 cards, and then he can score an elbow if he wants. We could like pressure R&D, but it's fine. Remove the ashes of the game. Nope. 2, 3, 4. And then he scores. And that's fine, because we are going to deep dive now. So we will, out of the ashes, we have a revolver in our deck still, right? Yeah, okay. I guess that we should have actually like maybe SMC'd for revolver before drawing last turn, because we don't actually want to draw revolver into hand. Okay, let's out of the ashes into HQ. Yeah. Actually, we should have probably gone R&D, because we actually want him to res something, so he can't fire snare, because snare is actually the main threat right now. Georgia, in my mind, are remote. Not sure what that means. Another Georgia. Fine. Run R&D. Okay. Okay. That's really good. We lost a deep dive. We will SMC for the gun. And we will break it. And we have 2 cards, which is fine, because he's only got $1. And if we hit a sting, that'll be super unfortunate. But we would still be alive if we hit a sting. But we can't steal oboe, though. Which is sad. But, like, I think we still go for the deep dive. Maybe we don't. I'm not dead if I steal sting. Oh, I'm dead if I steal sting. If I play deep dive and steal sting, I'd be dead. But if I saw sting off the top, I wouldn't be dead, because it's 2 damage. Do I just draw 3 and like try again next turn? I think we do, right? Just so I can steal oboe? Yeah. Pull up. Okay, this is fine. And then he clicks for until he has 4. So he can fire snare or res anemone. So if we lose the other deep dive, like, it is what it is, I guess. I'm going to play this Paul up as a Caldera if that's okay with you. Here's the deck list. It was supposed to be a Caldera, so if you don't mind, I just like typed it in wrong. Okay, so we just go back and do it again. I guess we want to see if there's a anemone on R&D first. No, I guess we run HQ. No, we run R&D. We run R&D. In my mind, this makes sense. Although we are wasting a revolver counter. Like, we're spending it first, which is wrong in some ways. Okay, so it's not an anemone, and we found a sting. Choose a card to install. No. Okay, we lost the deep dive. Okay, so I guess we're not deep diving. That's fine. Like, we're at 5 points still, so this is totally fine. I guess we just draw. We're doing fine. We got 5 cards in hand. We got 3 cards in the deck. We need 2 more points. We can get 2 more points. This is fine, says man who is not fine. So we can play falsified if we want to figure out if there's an agenda somewhere. We can run server 1, which costs us a card. I probably run HQ first, although... Oof. If he steals... Okay, if he scores House of Knives, we're not fine. And the fact that there's 2 remotes makes that risky. We can test him by running server 4 to see if he reses the ice. Okay, let's falsified agenda on server 1. Oh, hello. 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 We win now, right? There's nothing that deals a lot of damage to us. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Ah. I don't know if I showed it. It was a longevity serum, was what we saw. So this is the game-winning agenda. Ah, it was a snare in the other server. Very good, very good, very good, very good. I was juggling the second falsified with the loop. Yeah, we saved the falsified. We were going to keep the deep dive and the diesel, and then I decided against it and I kept the falsified instead. And despite losing both deep dives, we ended up keeping the falsified. All right. Okay. Are we doing another one? What time is it? 9:37. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I think we're gonna call it there. This was the Wu deck seems pretty good. We like swapped some. Oh, this is the old version. We swapped some diesels in there, which I think made the deck quite a bit better. We're at 46 cards because I like to make the SMC overclock play. I guess if you don't do that for Rizekis, then you can probably cut an SMC and be at 45. Personally, that's a play I quite like. So I see myself, when I'm given an opportunity, I'll do it. So which means I probably have to keep the third SMC. It's a good lesson that we learned right before we even made the change. It was like, should we cut a third SMC? And then like the game that we were playing was like, no, you shouldn't. Light the Fire is okay. I kind of like the fact that like you can put Light the Fire down, and it's like the fact that you just spent a click and a credit to put a card on the board changes the corpse situation a lot, because like most people are on spin doctors at the very least, so they need to be careful all of a sudden just because you have a card on the board. So I like that about Light the Fire. But otherwise, like I mentioned, legwork is pretty strong. It could be over falsified as well. Like honestly, like I think putting 3 diesels in here and being at 46 cards is actually fine. And I'm not worried about being like having more than 45 cards in the deck. because I think the rest of the deck is like pretty solid. Sometimes we had MU problems, but like other times we found the MU and like we were cruising. So something to pay attention to, I guess. Yeah, I like this. This is like my type of deck. Okay, that's all for tonight. I hope everybody had a good time. You'll probably see me online a bit more now. I'm gonna try to like test a bit more, I think. Just try to like get back into things and figuring out what's good and what's not, like the Argus deck. Oh, Aaron, are you still there? We played Argus, and I started with your list, and then I like edited it to something like this. That's the hardest part of getting back to Netrunner. Yeah. Aaron, at the start, I think we played like, how many games did we play with the Argus? 1, 2, 3. I played 3 games. They were all like turn 4, turn 9, turn 6. But like this is the version that I made. Ranji was like, explain Bailiff, and I don't know, like I don't know if you want to explain Bailiff, but I was trying to explain it, and then Kyle was like, it's a vanilla that you get to pay 2 credits for, and I was like, yeah, that it really is just a vanilla you get to pay 2 credits for. So like, I'm pretty sure this is just better as vanilla, unless there's something I'm missing, but it does seem like it's just better as vanilla. But yeah, like the one influence that you floated made it into an IP block, because IP block is just better than Veritas. And I've said this, like I've always been a fan of Veritas, but like I think runner economy went way up and like corps just kind of stayed where they were, which made Veritas not as good. So I think IP block's definitely better than Veritas. So if you're floating an influence, that change should happen for sure. And then like how many archers is something I always struggle with, because like Brandon was telling me that he plays two standoffs and 3 archers, which seems pretty crazy. And like when I play Argus, I don't even play an archer, because every time I install it, I'm like, I'm never gonna res this, and every time I consider resing it, I'm like this is just gonna screw up my score pattern, because I'm gonna lose something. But I guess if you have standoff, it's fine. I think your list, like I think Argus can hold 2 audacities pretty comfortably with 3 Atlas, 2 Azif, 1 above the law. Like you have 6/3/2, so I think like in addition to just finding them earlier or like finding them more consistently, I think you can just play 2 copies throughout the game. And yeah, I think 2 audacities is pretty good. Other than that, like I think the other changes from your list was like I cut a funhouse for a gatekeeper and cut an archive mem for a gatekeeper. I don't know. Like this, I'm not attached to gatekeeper. Brandon likes it a lot, so that's where I got the idea, was that you can play gatekeepers. In the 3 games that I played, it never came up, so I don't know. It never came up. The archive mem seems good though too, but like I think you were at 14 ice, and like this one's at 15, and I like 15 a bit better. Yeah, that's what we did before you joined us. But I think the overall consensus between myself and like even though I won all the games, it was just like I don't think this cuts it. Like even if we make it like the best Argus deck possible, I don't think it cuts it compared to other things that are available. Like for example, like the outfit version where you kind of play Rikoko, Dedi, and 3 Audacity, and you play more fast events. Like you don't have econ hard hitting, and you don't have the meat damage of Argus, but like you don't have to double ice against Crim. because you can like put a bulwark on HQ and call it a day. Um, and like your too big to fails gain you 10, um, and like you can sometimes, like I think against Crim when you're playing Argus, like you sometimes run into problems where like you can't really build a remote until you've protected centrals, and then you protect centrals, and then the Crim kind of like gets on top of you, and you can never get to the point where you build a remote. So like versions like this outfit, or even the built to last, like when you're up against a Crim, I think both versions, like both of these decks against a Crim, don't play a remote, and you just like ice up your centrals and then just play fast advance against Crim. And then against like other factions, you'll rush or whatever. Um, but like I think like Argus can't really just like set up centrals and then win out of hand, which makes it kind of weak against Crim, I think. Did you win or did runners self-destruct? How can you be putting Clot in a woo while pushing fake Titan sans CVS? Um, there's a CVS here. Oh, there's no CVS in. There's no okay. There's no CVS in outfit, but like that's because outfit can make more plays, whereas like the built to last can't doesn't really have any other plays. Like the built to last has two trickle lights in there as well, so like the built to last is just fast advancing. Whereas like the outfit version can like if you're against Shaper, like you can play an econ card and then put like a bulwark or a trebuchet or like border control Mausolus or something, like build it like an okay remote and then try to rush behind it. And then you got like hard hitting news to maybe back that up if you find it. So there's like I think there's like a bit more plays, and there's a bit more of a threat when you're playing against outfit, especially if like they don't know your list, then they might just not run, and you can just get away by like scoring one or two agendas early, and then you can fast advance like one or two agendas. But against built to last, like the runners will start the game and they'll start like they'll run your servers turn one and install daily cast and go to 0 credits. Whereas against outfit, they won't do that. You don't set up R&D against Crim. Yeah, that's I did that. Like we played against the Los, and I didn't. That's exactly what happened. Is like I didn't ice R&D, and we like put 2 ice on HQ, 2 ice on the remote. But yeah, like you can check out the VOD if you get a chance. But I think that's what happened against the Crim, was that we like 2 ice HQ, 2 ice R&D, and then like scored. Oh, this is the game where like they went low on credits and we like played hard hitting and then we killed them with. No, actually, we scored out. Yeah, we scored out. So, yeah. But also, like the point of the deck list wasn't this is the best Wayland deck, but like this is how you build a deck list with a game plan in mind. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like totally, like I was saying at the start, like I every time there's a long write up for something, I'm always in for that, because like there's just like a good explanation of like the deck philosophy and like certain deck building choices and like what cards do, and like I always like that a lot, and like you even like talk about playstyle in here, so like people who like some newer players or like people who aren't familiar with this type of list can read it and like really understand what's going on, so that's like really awesome. um yeah, can we have indexing back, please? Indexing too easy to use, man. We have indexing at home. It's called indexing at home is called deep dive. This is indexing at home, except it costs instead of costing 1 click, it costs 4 clicks, and it also costs 2 credits. Rumor mill is the background pick while being banned. I thought I was an outlier wanting indexing back. See, but do you really want indexing back? And it shuffles, and there are fewer interesting decisions to be made. Honestly, like you really have to like, and then like Spin Doctor just becomes like an absolute must in every deck. Yeah, like I can see indexing coming back being a good thing. But aren't like runners just better than corpse right now? So we're kind of like taking a step in the wrong direction. Who knows? We'll get the new cards at some point. July, maybe June. They usually have like they usually like spoil the cards, and then there's like a big spoiler season, and then the cards get released, and then they're legal. So like, are they even going to be legal for Continentals? Or like OTG? If we like, that was like one big thing about OTG, right? Is like highly like there's not. It sounds like we're trying to get like more people to go, and like how do we do that? Well, we could shake up the meta or stuff like that. Give breaking news back. We ban violet level clearance. Oh, we unban violet level clearance. We're just gonna and then we get to like play against. Oh, I can't pull it up, but we get to play against like 13 server Asa more often. I don't know. I don't know how much I like playing against 13 server Asa. And then like, yeah, it's just gonna like push you back towards Crim instead of like, what was I playing? I was playing Shaper. Yeah, like a never advance 13 server Asa is probably pretty hard for Shaper. It's probably hardest for Shaper because like Crims can boomerang things and like install bones and inside job. So they can like deal with single eyes pretty well. Anarchs can like hippo a central and Stargate, and then Shapers just kind of have to Shapers have mayflies who try to break like 5 ice remotes, not 5 1 ice remotes. Okay. Um Shapers import Miss Bones and cry. Oh, you know what Shapers can do? Shapers can play Mache. This is what Shapers can do. This card right here. First time you trash an access card each turn, you put power counters on it, and then every 3 power counters you draw a card. Awesome. Awesome card. Alright, you're drunk, go to bed. Hey, um see, this is somewhat legit because you can play like Mache and Imp because it doesn't actually say you have to pay the trash cost. So like, you trash an access card, you may place power counters on Mache equal to that card's trash cost. So you can like access like a Sansan, Imp it, and get 5 counters on this card. Pretty good, right? What are you making? What aren't I making? Credits. Yeah, Imp is always like the thing for Shaper, right? Like if assets are a thing, like you instead of it's usually instead of Clot, but like I guess you could find a way to play it in addition to Clot. But usually it's instead of Clot, and then you like play an Imp instead of Clot. And then you try to like Imp. Like the idea is you try to like Imp and simulchip the Imp, and it's all good in theory. But then you go and actually play the game and you try to set up, and then you're like, huh, like installing this Rozeki is better than installing an imp. Okay, so I'll install the Rozeki. And then like you want the imp and then you can't get it, and it's just like awkward to get the imp out, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, actually, you can play. We're gonna like lose. We're gonna like lose viewers suggesting these, right? What the heck? Marathon. There we go. Marathon. We can play. So you can play like Marathon and Mache, and like while you're at it, you can play like By Any Means and Paparazzi. Actually, is Paparazzi even legal? Oh, it's not. That's sad. Paparazzi's not legal. Okay, we have to play some kind of meat damage reduction, and then we can just like By Any Means and trash everything. Then you don't even need to light the fire. All right. Yeah, this is fun. I'm gonna play some more of this, and then we'll see how things go. I mentioned last week that I'm hoping to go to OTG. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the situation will be leading up to that. Like if there's gonna be new cards, I heard it might be a Nats, and that can hopefully draw in some people. Hopefully, personally, it won't change my decision. Like if I can, like get a plan together and like figure out if I can. Everybody should come to OTG. It'll be great. Yeah. Yeah, I want to come. I need to. I need to like just actually do this, but like I need to like figure out. I think you mentioned like Joe, and I don't remember the other person, but like Paranoid and somebody else is looking for a third person for their team. So maybe I should go message them or see if. Like, I want to see if anybody I know right now is going that is looking for a teammate. But then if not, like, I'll message and, like, see. We'll be, like, a free agent. Which will be fun, because I get to, like, meet new people and then also, like, play a whole day of Netrunner with them, which sounds awesome. So I'll need to do that, and then I'll actually need to, like, figure out, like, how... Like, I'd actually have to figure out how I'm getting there and where I'm sleeping. And then I actually need to like take out my physical Netrunner collection out of the drawer that's like right here, that I haven't touched in 2 years. And like I've bought like a bunch of like Nisei, like all the Nisei expansions, and I basically like I buy them and I just like put them there, and I haven't sorted anything into my cards yet because I just like haven't had the need to like take the box out. So I just have like a bunch of like packages of cards sitting there that haven't been sorted in. So I'll probably need to do that at some point. It's fine. We got like 2 months, right? It's July. Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. So hope everybody had fun. We had some good explorations of decks, and as I said, like I'll probably be online a bit more this week, just testing the waters and stuff. All right, see everybody later.